Okay, September 30th. All right, so on September 30th, 1918, Woodrow Wilson gives a speech before Congress where he comes out in support of the 19th Amendment. So, Woodrow Wilson. The 19th Amendment gave women the right to vote. Previously, Wilson had been opposed to it, but eventually came around. There were some massive protests in Washington, D.C., so he came around to the idea and supported the 19th Amendment. It took a couple of years because the Senate had to approve it, the states had to approve it. So 1920 was the first election that women could vote in the United States. So I looked into previous voting rights, and the framers of the Constitution set out that the states determined voting requirements. So each state individually could decide who could vote. Age, race, sex, all that stuff was done at a state level. And so most of the states in 1788 only gave voting rights to propertied men, the wealthy. It was about 6% of the population at the time in 1788. So over time, from 1792 to 1856, all the states then gradually moved to remove the property requirement. So essentially giving all white men the right to vote by 1856. And what was interesting was voter turnout was massive. In the 1840 election, 80% of white men that were eligible to vote came out and voted. This is compared to the last presidential election, 2016, was like 55% of eligible voters voted. So voter turnout in this country, the 19th century was massive. It was in the 70%, 80%, and it's just gradually over time decreased down to where we're now in like the 50%. So it wasn't until the the 14th and 15th Amendment that African Americans were given the right to vote. And actually, the states couldn't restrict voting based on race and religion and creed, all that. But it wasn't until 1920 that women could actually vote in the elections. So that's what I have for you today. I will see you tomorrow.